Hey folks, Nico here, back with more Fire Emblem Heroes. Today, I wanted to talk about the latest update that we just got to Fire Emblem Heroes, since this one's actually pretty big. Yeah, I don't have too many of the weapon refines, but I'll go over those too. But I also wanted to go over some of the stuff that we got in this update, you know? Because this is part of the Fire Emblem anniversary, or something like that. I figured might as well do that too. So, let's just get on with the weapon refines, and then I'll get on to the general update stuff that I'd like to share with you guys. So as you realized, I only have Erica and Ursula at 5 stars. I do not have Gaius or Gunther by choice, really. I didn't really want to build those guys. And I haven't gotten them either. Well, I got a Gunther, but he was minus attack. I'm not working with that. Anyway, Ursula's weapon, the Blue Croton, is a 14-might weapon that's effective against cavalry foes. It's just a straight-up upgrade from her wolf tome, the Blar Wolf one. But when you refine it, you can go here, and it grants bonus to the unit's attack equal to total penalties on the foe during combat. This is in fact the same thing that Matthew has, and more relatably, or more commonly, I guess, you can say it is just like Gunther's Blizzard Tome. So basically, if you have any debuffs on the opponent, you get more damage. This is good. I don't know if I would say to build, if people would start building Ursula for it, but it's definitely good for those who already have her with a couple merges. Like me, I upgraded Ursula way before her refine came along. I just thought she was pretty. Yep, I'm that simple. Regardless, a couple suggestions I can give is chill skills, perhaps chill res, that way you can get some damage on board, and then some extra attack because of the weapon here. I don't know if you want to go for something like chill attack res, like the double chills. They work just like the shrine building, so who knows who that's going to hit. But I can see why you would go with chill attack res. It might work, but you just gotta be careful about who it hits. Other than that, bring some other characters who can debuff, so that Ursula can do some more damage. Next up, we have Erica. And her Gleipnir weapon used to do this. If the foe's HP is at 100%, it grants attack and speed +3 during combat. Now, it's a +4 to her attack and speed during combat, and the refined, which I actually am pretty fond of. Actually, I do have a pretty good opinion on it. It inflicts attack, speed, defense, and resistance -4 on the foe, and it neutralizes any penalties on Erica during combat. So it's pretty good. She says no to any debuffs she has so long as the opponent is at max HP, and she also just hits them with a -4 in combat debuff that they can't dodge. So Erica is basically a lot scarier if you're at full HP, because, well, that's when she's the most dangerous. If you're hurt, luckily you get nothing. If you're facing someone who's hurt, you kind of just get nothing. But I guess it's worth a trade-off, especially if you're trying to just take them out in the first round, which is something that we already built units towards to begin with. The most I could suggest is maybe Moonbow or Glimmer. It's something to really boost your attack power. Like me, I could have had a +3 Erica by now, and I probably would have given her a lot more stuff if that were the case, and maybe she would be really good at one-rounding things with this refine. I just don't know if I would do it for this one, the neutral one that you get for free. Still, I think this is a very good weapon. You just gotta make sure, like, you either build to finish the opponent off in one round, or you're not that concerned with her taking them out in one round. Still, it's a good one. I'm pretty tempted to do it myself. Now then, to get to Gunther and Gaius, I'm gonna have to go into my gallery. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now we are back. And here we have a clear view of all the refines. Honestly, could have just gone to this image. I at least wanted to show that I had two You can't blame me for that, right? Anyway, here we can see Gaius's Refine, the Candied Dagger, and Gunter's, the Inveterate Axe. And, well, we'll just go ahead and start with Gaius. So, Gaius got the Candied Dagger, with its base effect being if unit initiates combat, it grants speed +4 and boosts damage by 10% of unit speed during combat. And then it's got the usual Dagger 7 effect. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. Basically, for every 10 points of speed Gaius has, he gets 1 extra damage. This isn't true damage. It says boosts. So it's like Glimmer or Blue Flame. Like, it's not true damage. So it's a pretty minimal amount. And I really don't know how much this helps Gaius, but at least the base effect will help. I mean, it's something. And the refined effect at least helps too. Because what it does is that at the start of combat, if the foe's HP is equal to 100%, it deals +7 damage. When a special triggers before combat, if the foe's HP is equal to 100%, deals +7 damage before combat. Basically, if the foe is at max HP, I'm pretty sure this part is true damage, since it just says deals and not boosts. So basically, it's 7 extra damage that they can't avoid. But if you're running something like an AoE special, like Blazing Wind or Growing Flame, you're going to get 7 damage off of them at the least. Personally, I don't think I think it's better if you don't go for an AoE, because you should get more damage if you're using just a regular attack, since it would be a potential 14 true damage, since Gaius is a speedy unit. I think he's got like, what, 34 or 35 speed? I mean, he's a launch unit, so I guess that was quick back in the day. But with his weapon, it should be like, what, 38 or 39, and then you add other skills into the mix. I'm not sure what I would recommend for Gaius. I've never built him before, and I don't see him at all. So, top of my head, I can only think of Fury and maybe Swift Sparrow. I'm not sure if you want to go for Life and Death, though that does give you some sort of permanent speed. No, but it only matters if he initiates. He gets a speed boost if he initiates. I'm sure you want something like Moonbow or Luna. If you are hellbent on going for the AoE thing, you can see that one on like any other dagger unit. But yeah, it's an interesting weapon. I'm more interested in the Refine than anything else. It's a little unfortunate. I feel like it should have been 20%. It could have been 20%, right? Because even if you hit like 50 speed, you're only going to get 5 damage out of that boost damage. Still, it's something, and Gaius needed something. Moving on to Gunter, the Inveterate Axe. At start of turn, if unit's HP is above or equal to 50%, inflicts attack and defense -5 on the foe on the enemy team with the lowest speed through its next action. So, it's something like Jagen's, where Jagen had Sabotage Attack, but that was the refined effect. What Jagen had was if he got attacked, or if the opponent he was facing had more than, I think, 80% HP, he got an attack and resistance boost. But here you're getting some sort of Mugen's egg situation, or Moonins, I'm sorry. If you, like, currently right now there's a banner, the Spring banner. If you look at Spring Sharena and Spring Catria's weapons, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But this is basically meant to weaken the slowest enemy on the team. So I guess it will work well in armored units. We never know who has the lowest speed, though, so it might not just be an armored unit. Might be facing a fast team, and it could hit one of the melee units. But this other effect, or find what says, grants attack and defense +4 to infantry and cavalry allies within 2 spaces during combat, and if the unit, Gunter, is within 2 spaces of an infantry or cavalry ally, grants attack and defense +4 to unit during combat. Okay, so this is just like Oscar's weapon and Ranulph's, where it only works on certain enemies, but Ranulph is for everyone. But it's a buff to infantry and cavalry, and if Gunter is near them, he also basically gets the buff himself. It's just like the joint drive attack skill that we're getting pretty soon, tomorrow, on Lilith. Actually, I think this is just fine. It's pretty good. I'm not sure if this is specifically what Gunter needed. It makes him bulkier, makes him hit harder. I'm pretty sure that's mostly what people just use Gunter for, just an enemy phase build. If anything, I don't think I've seen anyone really go for player phase stuff unless they went all in on his speed. And I've literally only seen one person make a speedy Gunter. Only one person. Yeah, they made it work, but I wonder how much investment they had to go for that. Regardless, these are all the refined effects. Feel free to let me know what you think. I'm not sure if I would upgrade any of the 3 to 4 star units, or Ursula for that matter, for it, but I think this is another one where it's basically, if you built these units, this is pretty much it. This is good for you. I don't know if you would start to work on these units. Like, there's Erica, of course, and she's a 5-star. I guess you could do it just to make her better. And this is just a straight up buff for her. Like I said before, I'm tempted to do it myself. I probably won't though, because there's more units that I use more often who really need a refine. So yeah, this is it. Feel free to let me know what you think. Now let's get back to looking at the general update. For heroic grails, we now have Silk and Heath added. Attack, defense, push 3, and speed opening. I mean, you can invest in the ones you like, of course. Nothing added to the normal divine codes, but the limited time one actually just got its ephemera 4. And as you can see, we have Alm, Olwen, Effie, Hinata, Shigure, Python, and Teltiu. As usual, these kind of things are probably things you would best go for just merging. However, Olwen does have has Swift Sparrow, I guess, and Renewal if you want to do that. Like, I think you might want to prioritize merging your Olwen if you really like to do that. If you don't have anyone who can use the skills that she currently has. Like the unique and harder to get skills. And yes, I classify Swift Sparrow as one of the harder to get ones, even though we have Nazala. And there's also, with Alm, you probably just be better off merging. But I guess you can go for Wind Sweep and go for some Wind Sweep shenanigans. Of course, we got Hinata and his Fury, Shaward Flyers, Blue Tone Breaker, or Moonbow. Moonbow, there you go. Telti with Dry Speed and a double rally. And then we got Effie, and I guess you can go for Smite. I know you Ether Rays players like that with skill, right? And this one is still around for a bit. It's just not that long. I'm surprised they actually had 2 of them going on at the same time. I wonder if they'll keep on going. Like, it'll take up this side, I guess, at some point. But who knows? Other than that... Nope. There's nothing else, really. In Ether Raids, we got new music. You can hear one of the tracks right now. The Catapult can now go to level 7. Can't wait for my stuff to get destroyed by that. And other than that, we have the summoning changes, which I am quite fond of, where it's basically just you summon 40 times, and you can pick one of the focus units for free after that. You just gotta summon a whole bunch, you know? It doesn't, in fact, affect things. Well, here it is right here. New Hero Summoning Event now include a free 5-star summon feature that allows you to choose one 5-star focus hero to summon after you've summoned 40 times in the event. This summon does not cost any orbs. As we can see here, that we'll find out tomorrow that this is the case. You can choose from one of the focus units. Now, this is the important part. Well, notes, when you finish a summoning session after having summoned a total of 40 times, that's what I said earlier. Free 40 in the event, regardless of whether or not these 40 summons include any of the 4-star or 5-star focus heroes. In other words, even if you get one of the focus units, it's not going to reset the whole free 5-star summon thing. It'll still keep going up until you eventually reach 40 and use it. The free 5-star summon is available once per new heroes summoning event. This is not special heroes, this is not legendary or mythic banners, this is only on the new heroes banners. Your 5-star focus appearance rate will not reset when you summon a 5-star hero of your choice. In other words, this won't reset your rate. If you have 3.50, it's going to stay at 3.50. It's not going to drop back down to 3%. So you can keep on summoning, you can do your free summon, you keep on going, potentially for someone else. And then we got limited hero battles. I think I'm going to do a video on these when it actually happens on the 13th. And they'll keep going for as this time specifies. I don't know. Oh, with a new one becoming available daily. Got Lost Lore Spoils, a simplified version of the existing Lost Lore event in which players can enjoy obtaining valuable rewards. The stage for Lost Lore Spoils spans the world of Fire Emblem Heroes, from the Kingdom of Asker all the way to the Jotunheimer, the Realm of Dreams. Unlike the existing Lost Lore event, the goal of Lost Lore Spoils is not to drag down parts of a hero's saga and fight foes for it. Instead, your heroes will focus on filling the Order of Heroes' waning coffers. Wow. By seeking out local lore to trade for treasures such as orbs and other valuable items. That's depressing. The first Lost Lore Spoils event will be available on the 27th. Okay, it's like way at the end of the month. A hero filter has been added. As I showed you guys earlier, the lineup of limited time combat manuals is also there. The weapon refines, ether rate structures, like I said. There's also the changing to the low tier tuning. I never even knew that was a thing. Well, I never saw examples of it. Ooh, Mjolnir Strike updates. By the way, that's going on pretty soon, and it'll be against Oliver. We also got new Asker level cap raised, and it's now 30, I think. So, more feathers, yay. Conditions for promotion and demotion in sparsely populated tiers have been adjusted. Oh, that's good. Because I remember in one of the tiers, literally only 2 people could get into that. A team's high score is now displayed when editing a defense team. That's very helpful, because you can only find that stuff out by going into the battle. Some mechanism, level cap, Death's Throne. I don't know how good or useful those things are. The enemies tend to have really high HP. And then the other changes. Forging Bond skip conversation setting has been added. When this is set to on with auto start event, conversations will be skipped when playing Forging Bonds with the auto start perk. In other words, this is for Fay Pass people, which I actually am not anymore. I ended my subscription by choice for Fay Pass. I got everything. I saw Lynn, I wanted Lynn, I got her. I saw Ike, I wanted Ike, and I got him. Maybe one day they'll give someone else. Maybe when they announce Uzura, and then they'll announce who's after her. I'll re-subscribe to the Fay Pass. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. This is the end of the video. Feel free to tell me what you thought about this update. I'm always listening and always happy to talk with those who comment about such things. And, yeah. Are you excited for the new heroes coming? Any other new stuff? Oh boy, I forgot. Tomorrow's the anniversary, so we're gonna get a bunch of stuff then. New story chapter, a little free summoning, new banner, of course, Forging Bonds. Man, there's a whole lot of stuff going on tomorrow. I'm gonna be busy. Anyway, take care, everyone.